When news first broke that the highly anticipated Johannesburg concert by Kanye West was postponed, fans around the world had one collective reaction. It felt like one of those moments where you're fully dressed, hyped, and halfway out the door, only to get a text saying, "Hey, something came up." Except this wasn't a dinner date. This was the show. In Johannesburg. And the reason behind the postponement wasn't your typical technical difficulties or scheduling conflicts. So what exactly happened? And what does it mean for the fans, the city, and the future event that's now promising to be bigger than anyone anticipated? Grab a snack. This is going to be good. When most concerts get postponed, fans expect a generic statement about unforeseen circumstances. The buzz started when production insiders revealed that Kanye's Johannesburg show wasn't merely a concert, it was morphing into something much larger. Think less one-night performance and more global cultural moment. The kind of shift that suggests massive staging changes, elevated creative direction, and possibly even a hybrid fashion music art spectacle. Preparations had collided with large-scale Yeezy-related production work, creating a scheduling conflict that couldn't be ignored. And while fans blinked in confusion, one thing became clear. The delay wasn't about pulling back. It was about scaling up. Sources close to the team hinted that the event was evolving in size and ambition, transforming from a traditional performance into an immersive experience. And if you followed Kanye's artistic trajectory, you know this man doesn't do minimal. This expansion meant redesigning the stage, reworking the visuals, coordinating with international crews, and potentially incorporating large-scale Yeezy design showcases, something that requires time, coordination, and more than a little creative madness. In other words, the concert wasn't just postponed. It was being leveled up. But what exactly is Kanye planning to bring to Johannesburg that requires this level of reinvention? That's the question everyone's asking. The postponement wasn't because the team wasn't ready. It was because two creative worlds collided, and Kanye decided they should merge. With Yeezy production ramping up globally, schedules tightened, studios buzzed with activity, and design teams entered crunch mode. This created a ripple effect that impacted everything around it, concert logistics included. But rather than treat this as an inconvenience, Kanye's team saw opportunity. The upcoming show may now integrate Yeezy aesthetics, fashion elements, and futuristic production concepts, turning the entire performance into a hybrid celebration of art, sound, and design. Of course, postponements are frustrating. You mark your calendar, pick your outfit, mentally rehearse your dramatic entrance, and suddenly the date is moved. But this time, fans aren't reacting with the typical outrage. Instead, the general mood online has been a mix of curiosity, excitement, and, okay, but this better be worth it. And from what we're hearing, it absolutely will be. A larger venue or expanded layout. The reimagined event may require more space, either for a bigger audience, a larger stage, or both. What's fascinating is that the delay feels less like a setback and more like a setup for something much grander. But what sparked the decision to expand the event instead of keeping it simple? The answer lies in Kanye's long-standing pattern. Kanye's relationship with large-scale performance has always been dynamic, sometimes unpredictable, often groundbreaking, and never boring. And choosing Johannesburg for a monumental event isn't random. The city has a vibrant creative pulse, a powerful musical identity, and an energetic fanbase that thrives on cultural fusion. It's a place where sound, dance, fashion, and art aren't separate entities. They're interconnected forces. While nothing official has been confirmed, the patterns from past Kanye shows give us hints. Kanye loves a good surprise, and Johannesburg has strong musical ties to global stars. Don't rule out collaborations or unexpected cameos. If you zoom out, this moment fits perfectly into Kanye's pattern. He has always been an artist whose ideas grow faster than the structures around him. Studios, stages, brands, even entire industries often have to adjust to keep up. So when the Johannesburg concert was postponed due to a Yeezy production surge, it wasn't a sign of poor planning. It was a sign that Kanye's vision had expanded beyond the original blueprint. So, was the postponement worth it? If the whispers are true, then absolutely. Fans may have to wait a bit longer, but they're not waiting for the same show they first heard about. They're waiting for a bigger, more immersive, more ambitious experience, one that embraces creativity on a monumental scale. Now the spotlight turns to you. What do you think about the postponement? Do you see it as a setback, or as a sign of something monumental brewing behind the scenes? What are you hoping to see in the expanded event? And finally, will you be there when the lights rise in Johannesburg? Drop your thoughts, reactions, predictions, or even wild theories. Let's keep this conversation alive until the new date drops, because if this story has taught us anything, it's this. The wait may end up